Hey guys, happy Friday. It is Facebook Live Friday. I am so pumped to be here with you guys. We have some really fun things to discuss with you. So I'm going to go ahead, just hop into it. If you have any questions just throughout this or anything like that, feel free to shoot them my way. I'm just super pumped. It's Friday. Happy to be here with all of you guys. And let's go ahead and just get started, right? So what are we talking about today on Facebook Friday? So this Facebook Friday, we are going to be talking about Amazon Storefront Insights, right? So for those of you that are brand registered, hopefully you have an Amazon Storefront. If you are brand registered and do not have an Amazon Storefront, get on that as soon as possible. So for those of you that don't know what a storefront is, an Amazon storefront is essentially a store that you create within Amazon that has more of a website consistency, if that's makes any sense. So instead of your regular listing, this is going to be a storefront, which has so many different cool features. Like you're able to create different tabs for all your product variations and things like that. You're also able to put videos, you're able to add more images. It's strong, guys. It's so strong. And what's really great is you can drive external traffic to your Amazon storefront, which is amazing. So that's what the Amazon storefront is. Now, for those of you that are not brand registered, don't stress about it. Hopefully you will be brand registered soon and you'll be able to take advantage of that opportunity. So if you're brand registered, don't have an Amazon storefront, get on that as soon as possible. Now, for those of you that do have a storefront, what's really great is Amazon has come out with an Amazon Storefront Insight tab, which is fantastic. So how do you access this Amazon Storefront Insights tab? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your managed stores and you are going to click on Insights, which is great. Now, once you're in Insights, it's going to give you an overview and you get to select your date range, different things like that. So you'll select your date range and there's a few awesome insights that you get to look at, which we never actually had, which is really cool. So you're able to see your views and your visitors. So what do I mean by that? So your views are going to be just how many page views you have, the number of page views you have. And then your visitors are the total visitors to your store within just that selected time that you put in with Amazon, right? Now, so those are your views and your visitors, and then you're also going to have top sources of traffic. So what is top sources of traffic? So that's going to be organic traffic. It's also going to be your PPC ads that are going to the storefront, and it's also going to be just other sources that Amazon is not documenting, right? So there's going to be three options there for you. You're also going to be able to look at top tags. You're able to create tags within the storefront, which is killer, guys. You're able to really track those tags, really see where that traffic is coming from. You're also able to see just the top pages in your storefront. And what I mean by pages are those different tabs that you're able to create. Now, at our company here at Turnkey, when we're creating storefronts, we like to create tabs or pages that have different product selections in them. So if your products have just a big category, or not category, excuse me, catalog. If you have a large catalog, you're able to break that up into different pages and tabs. And basically what you can learn from these insights is just which pages are dominating, which ones are bringing in the highest revenue, which ones have the highest views. And off of that, what you're able to basically distinguish is obviously, which pages are doing better and why are those doing better. So all these insights are really great, right? But you need to be using them correctly. You need to be looking at it from a perspective of how can I learn from this and make my storefront better, just make my page better in general, right? That's the goal here. So you're able to look at your top pages in your storefront. You're obviously able to look at the sales numbers that came directly from the storefront and then sales compared to visitors, right? So, obviously we always like to talk about these things with you guys, right? Talk about these different insights that Amazon's providing with you. But I do feel it is important that we talk about why these things are so cool, why they're so important, right? So, let's talk about that. Let's get into it a little bit here. So as far as, why these are important is we want you to learn from these insights. We don't want you to be stagnant. We don't want you to basically just set up your storefront and never touch it again, right? So the first thing I mentioned, right, is one page is just doing better than all the other pages, right? So you need to learn from that. Why is that page doing better than all your other pages? Is it product based? Is it because maybe you have more videos on the one page than the other? Maybe one is more consistent with your branding than the other? Why is that one page kicking so much butt and these other ones aren't, right? That's really important. So I want you guys to be looking at those pages. Why is one page doing that better than the other? And adjust those other pages that just aren't doing as well and make them strong, just like that one, right? Now, another really great thing that's awesome about just these insights is you're able to see the sources. What is driving the most traffic to my storefront, right? So like I said, you have your other sources, you have your Amazon organic traffic that's coming in, and your Amazon sponsored brands. Now, why I really like this one is you're able to see, you know, are my sponsored brands doing well? Are those ads doing well? Are they converting? Are they bringing in sales? And you're really able to look at it from a storefront perspective rather than just from your PPC dashboard, right? So let's say your Amazon your Amazon sponsored brands are kicking butt. That's awesome. Let's put more budget behind that. Let's drive more traffic to that because it's working for you. Maybe you have a really great ACoS with it. Maybe it's bringing in tons and tons of sales. Put more budget behind it. If something's working, keep it working, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it. Let's make it better though, okay? So that's one really great way to look at it just with the sponsored brands, right? Now, let's say external traffic, right? Maybe those external traffic that you're sending in from Facebook is doing really well. Keep pushing it, right? But find different ways to push that traffic. Maybe it's offering them a promotion while you send that traffic. Maybe it's sending them to a different page within that, right? So maybe you find out that the page that you've been sending people to isn't converting as well. You're able to learn from those insights and change the page you're sending that traffic to. That is a great way just to adjust it, make it so you are converting as well as possible. Now, let's say you get these insights, right? And they're just not looking as awesome as you would have thought, right? And you know, that happens. And you know, I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that have set up this storefront and maybe you just haven't revisited that storefront in a while, and that's okay. So one thing I would recommend is if you are an Amazon brand registered seller and you have a storefront, create a task for yourself just every month to revisit your storefront and see what can you be adding to it. You know, Amazon's always improving their templates, improving just those different tiles you can choose from. So that's one way you should be looking at it, is just how can I improve it from here? But as far as these insights, what can I learn from it if maybe my results just aren't as great as I would like them? So, you know, a couple things here, and this relates pretty closely to the listing, is, you know, you want to add that pizzazz. You want to get that jazz. You want to get it all looking great, right? So add lifestyle images and infographics. So maybe right now it's pretty basic. Maybe you just have the add to cart options, really didn't put that much time and effort to it. I want you guys to put that time and effort into this storefront. Trust me, this is going to pay off just getting this time in here. So build consistency with it. So maybe it doesn't have the same flow that maybe your website does, or maybe it's not using the same colors or anything like that. Build that consistency just with your website. Think about, does this look like something my brand would produce? Because if it doesn't, that's probably resonating with your customers, and they probably already think, well, this doesn't look like this brand. So make it consistent. Try to transfer what is currently there and put it on that storefront, okay? Add lifestyle images and infographics, right? So this is the same thing we talked about with listings. Add those in there, right? Make sure that the customer knows who your demographic is. Make sure that they can see that this is the product for them. And then with infographics, solve those issues that you're seeing in your customer reviews. So maybe people are confused about the sizing, or maybe people are confused about how you use the product. Provide infographics, provide lifestyle images, paint that picture for them as to why your products are the one for them. Now, you guys already heard me talking about it, right? The one big positive to storefronts is videos. So if you have multiple videos, I want to see them in the storefront. I want you guys to be adding as many videos that storefront allows, right? We all already know videos are how people are purchasing. That's why Amazon put that in the image blocks. That's why we're pushing video everywhere, right? So get your videos in those storefronts, right? Because that is going to help you convert a lot better with that storefront. Now, another thing is add multiple add to cart options. So I see this actually a lot when we're doing our coaching calls and things like that. You know, if you have an image of your product, you're able to put in the back end of your storefront, you're able to put that when they click on that image, it adds it to the cart, or it takes them to the listing, right, to add to cart. So make sure you have those options embedded throughout your storefront. That way you're not missing out on an opportunity to convert to a sale, right? And make your store more engaging and inviting. Make it seem like a real storefront. When you walk into a store that you love, maybe it's Nordstrom's, maybe for you guys it's another store, but there are stores that just speak to you, that invite you in. I want you guys to have that same mentality with your storefronts, right? And one really great way to start is, start with your insights, see how you're doing, and see how you can improve from there. Trust me, guys, it's worth it. And then the last thing I will say, if you're just stuck, you're like, I just don't know what to do with my competitor analysis, my storefront, I want you to do competitor analysis. Truthfully, I know we talk about it a lot here at Turnkey, but I'm telling you guys, doing a competitor analysis, you guys can learn so much from your competitors. Not only learn what they're doing well, but what they're not doing super well. And you can just capitalize on that. I want you guys to learn from them. I want you to see what they're doing well, what they're not doing well, and decide how you're going to use that information to beat them. And, if you're ever feel like you're struggling just with your listing, or maybe you're struggling with your storefront, literally, if there's anything that you feel you're struggling with, I want you guys to do a competitor analysis. When in doubt, do a competitor analysis, see what your competitor is doing for that. You're going to learn a ton from that, just in general. So highly recommend doing that. Now, I know we're towards the end of this, but if you have any questions, again, I know I talk fast. I always say I talk fast and then I continue to do it. So I really do apologize. But if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, do not hesitate to reach out to us here at Turnkey. So you can reach out to us in a few ways. You can go ahead and reach out to us by using Facebook Messenger. We're there to help whenever. And you can also reach out to us by heading to our website. Go to turnkeyproductmanagement.com, go to the Contact Us section, and we'll help you out there as well. But other than that, thank you guys so much for joining me for this Facebook Live Friday. It has been a ton of fun, and I'm looking forward to our next Facebook Live Friday, which will be next Friday. So I'll see you guys next Friday at 10 a.m. Other than that, have a great weekend. Sell lots of stuff on Amazon, and I'll talk to you guys soon.